Hey everybody, it's me, Lisa, and I'm back. And in this video, we're going to do a little discussion about some local news that's going on in my town. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, the bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. And feel free to comment below and share me with the world. So, there's a little bit of a situation going on here in my town, and I just wanted to get on and talk about it for a little bit. Okay, so we know Halloween is around the corner. That's when everybody does the haunted houses and, the spooky corn mazes and then the hay rides and, the whole nine. And they usually start around the 1st of October and then they run through around the first weekend of November. Well, we have one here. It's called the Hex House, and it is a pretty scary attraction. And it's not a short little haunted house walk through. It's takes a little time to get through it, and they usually have different scenes, different setups. Could be from scary movies like Friday the 13th, could be Nightmare on Elm Street. They just have different scenes throughout the walkthrough. And they have actors that actually, follow you, chase you. They may brush up against you, whatever the case may be. And it's a good scare if you like to be scared. And I do. I love it. But they advertise. They start advertising in September, and they usually do it via commercial on television, or they'll, advertise it on Facebook, or they will even go so far as to rent a billboard and advertise what's going on and what's going down. So we also have one called The Nightmare, and it's put on by a church, and it's more realistic things that are going on in the world that are scary. People who drink and drive, and then they, have a whole setup of, what happens when you drink and drive. The scene of the accident, going to the hospital, death that is involved. It's more realistic. I know that they will touch on subjects that are very controversial, like abortion and things like that. And it usually ends with a message of, if you don't accept, Christ in your life as your Lord and Savior, that you will, you're going to end up going to hell, and they'll paint a picture of, whatever hell looks like. And but it's more realistic scary stuff instead of just fake pretend scary monsters kind of thing like the Hex House does. Okay, so here's what's going on. Our local news has reported that apparently there are some parents that are outraged and angry that the Hex House, which is pretend scary stuff, ghost guys that, kill people and they never die and you can never kill them, or whatever the case may be. And, scary dolls, scary, just pretend stuff. Nothing realistic. Well, so the Hex House puts on the billboard, there'll be like, the Hex House, the dates that it's running, and they will put on like a picture of one of the scary, creatures or whatever. And it could be somebody, like in a face mask, or look like they may be, made up to look like a zombie, or, it's just something, that is not real. Something that is completely fake. Okay, so parents are outraged that they are allowed to put this up on a billboard, and they do not want their children seeing the picture that they put on the billboard. So Some of them have gone to the company and asked them to take the billboard down. And of course, the billboard company has stated that they are not going to do that. They are going to leave it up. They have, the freedom to put whatever they like up there as long as it is not in a sexual nature or actually showing an act of violence. That they do it as tasteful as they can, but they want to showcase that it's a scary house. I mean, it's a haunted house type walkthrough thing, so they're just advertising it. And they're not showing any depictions of any, like anybody being murdered or, anything like that. It's just not like that. So these parents are up in arms, and they're saying they're going to fight it, and they're going to take, they're going to, fight to get it taken down. They're not going to win. They're not going to succeed. But my question is, the other place, they post, their advertisement, whether it's on Facebook and people give their testimonial about the nightmare place, which is put on by the church, and saying, it's scary, oh my gosh, it's frightening, and it's really good, and, you'll be so scared, and everything like that. And, of course, they'll do billboards, and they'll do, commercials on TV, the whole nine, just like the other place, right? And no one is, griping about that type of situation. My whole thing is that the same parents that are probably griping, complaining about this billboard from this haunted house, these are the type of people that take their children to, like, the Halloween pop-up shops that happen all over town, like the Halloween Spirit Store, the Halloween store. There's a few other different places that set up shop, and they usually do it in abandoned buildings and things like that. And these are the same people that'll go in there and, take their children around these scary animatronics. They think it's funny that their kid gets scared. They're taking them by all the scary masks and the scary costumes, and, they don't think anything of it. They're not griping about that kind of thing, but, they're going to gripe about a billboard, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. This world has gotten to the point where everybody is so overly sensitive about every single thing out there that it's not okay to just you can't do anything without someone being offended or angry or mad. And I'm just sitting over here like, there are other things that you could be more worried about. There are things that are way more important than getting upset and offended over all this stupid stuff. It's ridiculous. It's like, just move on. If you don't want your child to see that, you're driving right past, you just drive. You don't point it out. Most of the time, kids aren't really paying that much of attention anyway. Not to stuff like that. But these are the same people that'll take their kids to a church and they'll see graphic, scenes of drunk driving accident, someone who may have been passed out on a railroad and been hit by a train, or, an abortion clinic, or, but they're okay to do that, to show the reality of that, but it's not okay for just a normal haunted house to put a picture of someone up wearing a scary looking little mask or whatever the case may be. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a little too far? Do you think that's pushing it? Let me know down below in the comments what you think. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything that I get on here and talk about. I'm really floored. I'm floored by the whole situation. If these people are that worried and that upset that they're going to try to fight this and make this company take these billboards down. I don't know if you guys have that kind of thing going on in your town where, you've got the haunted houses, or if you've got churches that put up, realistic, scary haunted houses. I don't know. I'm kind of shocked, and I'm kind of, I'm shocked at how people are reacting to things nowadays. It's so easy for people to get so offended. And it's like, you just need to chill out. It's really not that big a deal. People make a bigger deal out of the most mundane, ridiculous things when there are so many more other important issues out there to get upset and angry over or mad about and want to fight and try to, make better or do better. But this kind of stuff, it's like, come on. Really? It's reaching. Really reaching. Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I'd been reading about it, and it's been popping up on my Facebook feed all day long. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, what's wrong with people? It's just a billboard. There's nothing nasty. There's nothing graphic or sexualized whatsoever. It's just advertisement for their haunted house. They don't have to go to it. I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyways, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, so you don't miss my content. And like I said, I do plan on doing a Starbucks coffee giveaway here very soon. And I'll be posting about it here fairly quickly. I've been working on the video for that, so don't forget to make sure you subscribe, and so you don't miss out on that. It's about they're running they're $15, worth about $15 a piece. Each thing of coffee is about $15 a piece, and I'm thinking of maybe doing, maybe adding something to it. I'm not sure just yet, but just wanted to do something special for those of you that subscribe to my channel. And I'm getting ready for my vacation. Gonna be leaving this coming Thursday and heading to New Orleans, and I'm really super excited about that, and doing video vlogging while I'm there, and possibly going on a haunted tour and taking you guys with me. So I think that should be a lot of fun. But I hope everyone's having a good weekend, and Monday's just around the corner. And I will be back on again probably tomorrow. I've got something else that I wanted to discuss before Monday comes around and we do the live stream of the Shane Dawson series, the continuation of that. He said he was releasing part 3 on Monday, so we'll be gearing up for that as well. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Again, thank you guys so much for your subscribing, for commenting, for liking. It is very much appreciated. You guys are great, and I love having communication with you guys. So feel free to comment. I do respond to my comments. And I will see you guys later. Bye.